Do you want to know where Bitcoin is heading in 2017? Because I'm going to show you why Bitcoin is hitting $11,300 in December. I'm also giving you some tips for 2018 and 2019, so let's go. Hi, my name is Daniel and I'm going to show you why Bitcoin is heading towards $11,300 this year in December. This is my first video in English, so please bear with me for any pronunciation or grammar mistakes. And well, let's get into it. So we have Bitcoin hitting $5,722 right now on GDEX. I mean, we started at 1150 here, so well, it's quite a nice profit, I guess. So for everyone who bought at $750, that might be a great year until now, but it's going to be even better. And I'm going to show you the movement of Bitcoin and where it's going to, well, our targets for December. So we're using one special theory. It's called the Elliott wave theory. Just a super basic explanation. We have a long up leg, a short second down leg, a third up, fourth down, and a fifth long up wave. I'm going to show you in the Bitcoin movement, so it's a little bit, well, clear to see what I mean. So we have here's the first wave till, well, close to $3,000, then back down 1,800, then we go up to nearly 5,000, back to 3,000, and now we're going in the fifth wave. So my target is 11,300, and well, everyone can just say a target like 10,000, 15,000, whatever. It's not like, well, I'm guessing random numbers, because I want to show you when we combine Elliott waves with Fibonacci retracement, it gets a little bit clearer. So I'm going to clear this so we can use Fibonacci to look at possible targets. I'm using it here on the first leg to the second, and it shows us the target for our first movement up. We have here, you can see 4,976 was the target, and if you look at the chart, I mean, it's quite close, I would assume. So this is the technique to, well, find out where we are going to. So this was the first one, then we go back to previous highs, like here, just start again. So let's look at the current uptrend. So we have nearly 5,000. Let's put it here. And back at 2,980. So as you can see, we're not even at the 1.618 line. We still have room for that. We're like I said, 5,700 at the moment. So a target of 2.618, like we had back towards 5,000, would be here. This is 8,250, well, 33, but that's not, well, that would be a conservative target. So when you're using different targets, like this would be your first one, very conservative, but well, makes sense. Also, the next target here would be close to 10,000 here, 10,242. So it's also a reasonable target, because it's also a psychological barrier for 10,000. So this is a very, very realistic target, and from my point of view, because well, like I said, it's a very psychological barrier, and we have a nice Fibonacci line here of 3.618. But my preferred target is the highest line here of 4.236, and it's, in this case, it's 11,483, so that would suggest something like 11,500. I mean, it's always well, it's a millimeter clicking here, so if you change it by 1 pixel, you're going to get a new target. So I'm assuming around 11,300 from the Bitfinex chart, and this one suggests 11,500 for GDEX. So I mean, in between is a nice target to sell your Bitcoins in December, because well, there's little to no chance to go above this line, at least this year. We are going to talk about 2018 and 19 later on, but we're not just using some Fibonacci retracement. We also want to use some trend lines. So let's go back to the, well, to the long bull run. So we put some trend lines in here. This was a very important one that I used to predict the well, the downfall from 4,900 and also 2,980. That wasn't a very difficult call, to be honest. We had this, like I showed you in the Fibonacci level up here. So there was a very, very high chance that we are going down from 4,900 to 5,000 back to the old previous high of 3,000. But a very special thing is that we didn't hit the lower trend line here. So that suggests that we are going even higher at this point. So a more parabolic movement for Bitcoin. We can put a trend line here, so this could be our first leg up here. So in those Elliott waves, there's always a smaller wave in between. So you will see that we are going to be somewhere around here. It's very hard to predict at the moment due to the $1,000 rise in just 24 hours. So it's a little bit difficult at the moment, but I can promise you that we are going to have a little correction. I can't really tell where, so maybe here, and where we're going up again. I don't mind my timelines here. It's just to show the movement. And when you look down here, we had a trend line, a lower trend line about this, then we had this movement upwards. Now we have this really strong movement upwards, and we are going to, yeah, around, like, this is also why I'm predicting 11,300. This is in December, might be a little bit, this one looks a little better, so might be around mid to late December, where we hit like 11,300, 500, something around that, to go back down. Because like I told you, it's the fifth wave, so we are going to correct downwards. I can't really tell you a distinct target. We could, there's a possibility that we are going back to 5,000 from here, back in January 2018. But I can't really tell you that exactly. We have to see when we get closer. So yeah, well, like I said, these are two important targets. The only problem I have at the moment, because we are going even more parabolic, this upper trend line doesn't really, well, it's going to break at some point. We might use it this time again to go down, but the next time I'm pretty sure we might, well, break through and shoot even higher, so we can go up to the next interesting levels. If we don't break this level, there's also a chance that we are just in the 8,000s till the end of the year. But keep in mind, every January is a down month for Bitcoin. So yeah, well, this is my target, but I also want to show you some targets for the next years. We have like I'm using Bitstamp for that. Let's see if Coinigy works this time. BTC, USD, where are you? There. And of course it's not. So let's reload the page real quick. BTC USD. So I have a long-term chart on this one. If Coinigy wants to show us. So let's see. Oh, come on, come on. So if you look at the, well, if you zoom out a little and look at like 1 month candles, it's a totally different point of view to see where we are heading. And of course it changed everything. Thanks a lot. I mean, if you look at this movement, that looks quite crazy, to be honest. But you have to always use the logarithmic chart, especially for longer time frames. Just activate auto and then logarithmic, so you can, well, judge it better, because in long terms there's no linear movement. So here you can see it's not that big of an up movement until now. It gets even higher the next month, and my target for the next years, let's see, it also killed my trend lines. That's a little bit, well, unfortunate, but we're just using this one for now. So my target for 2018, can't really show you from this, but I'm going to show it, just draw it on the chart. So my target is 100,000 to 120,000 in 2018 December, and the next target would be 2019 1 million to 1.2 million, around here. Because it's pretty simple, we did an 10x every time, so we are going to do a 10x this time from 1,150 to maybe 11,500, correct down to about, I guess, 5,000, and then start the cycle again, our third wave. Because if you use the Elliott wave theory once again, this is our first leg up towards 11,500 or 300, around here. So we're going to have the second leg to about, I guess it's 5,000. Oh, I have to make it a little bit closer. So this is early, so maybe around February, March. So then we are going to December to hit this one and back. Well, I can't really tell how we are going. Maybe 50,000 once again. Might be a possible target for January or February, and then let's go up towards 1.2 million at the end of 2019. This is the movement I predict, I assume. We obviously have to check in the next year But when we are here, the fifth wave finished, and we're going back down and have a huge bear market down towards, I guess, 200,000 or something like that. So, well, it's a few years or 2 years until then. So let's just predict what we are going to do now. So you can see it's an even more parabolic move, and that's why important. That is why it's important to have a logarithmic charter, because if you look at this, well, that doesn't really seem likely, but in this time frame and this chart, it makes a lot more sense. So we also have a healthy movement upwards towards 1.2 million to go down once again and have the next cycle of a Bitcoin. Oh. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going down. So that's, well, at least these are my targets for the next years. And I guess we will see, because YouTube keeps all those videos up, and we can, well, judge how it worked out or did not. So first of all, just look at the chart for the end of the year with 11,500, about 11,300, something like that. So you can make a lot of money from it, sell at least some Bitcoins for all you hodlers, just keep it till the end of 2019. And yeah, well, you can always buy some cheap coins back in February. Also, don't forget, altcoin season is in March, April, May, June. So there are also a lot higher gains to get than from Bitcoin in this time. But as you can see, this is also a lot of movement upwards. At least, let's see a price range from now. We have like 20,000%. That's quite okay, I guess. So yeah, well, if you like this video and want to support us, just give us a like, leave us or subscribe to our channel. For now we have only German videos and German content, but we are going to change a lot and also put out some more English content, so you can like have a lot of analysis to different charts and coins that will help you to make better calls on different charts. I hope it will help you. I hope you enjoyed this video, and we will see you next time. Bye bye.